I'm not pre-recording a thing. You've essentially attached yourself to one of these outcomes. Of this level, we've obviously had this build up of liquidity. So you've got to focus on, I don't think I was only running like 1%. Just keep going. Say to them, oh, so you actually know where all the banks get in, where all the inducements happen. And they're like, yeah. What's your win rate? 50%. What? Good morning, people. How are we doing? It's Monday. The clocks have gone forward here in the UK. Summer's coming. Buzzing for summer. I'm on my way to the gym. So obviously it's a bank holiday in the UK today. I'm kind of hoping that being a bank holiday, not many people are there, and I'll have a nice quiet gym and I'll have a 6 session, but we'll see. If not, happy days. See how many people are committed on a bank holiday. Not usually everyone, but yeah, you know, like we're in Q2 now. Obviously it's really important for myself to just knuckle down now and focus on my trading. You know, that is something that, you know, at the end of the day is one of the most important things. So I'm looking forward to this quarter. I think it's going to be massive. I'm looking forward to looking back on it as well and just seeing how far I've come. And you know, last week's video, obviously I was mentioning about discretionary trading and mechanical trading, you know, and it wasn't me saying one's better than the other, blah blah blah. It was me just giving my opinion on the fact of, after doing both, I realised that you can get lazy and complacent at times, and you can almost get into a point where you're trying to make mechanical trading be this thing because you think it's easier, but without having discretion in the moment to intervene, it can affect you. And I know a lot of you were saying you found the same. A lot of you were saying no, don't believe it, and that's fine. Like, everyone's at different points in their journey, right? The whole point is me sharing, you know, real life shit, real life in the moment. And you have to remember with these vlogs, I'm not pre-recording a thing. I'm literally whipping out my camera and I'm just chatting. That is exactly what I'm doing right now, you know, so just bear that in mind. Like, I'm sharing it as it happens in the moment. Oh mate, the gym looks empty, you know. I'm aghast. I'm gonna be gassed if no one's there. But yeah, I'm gonna crack on with my session. Gym done. It was nice and quiet, to be fair. It was nice. I haven't had a quiet gym in a long ass time. It was nice. Did a push day. It did get busy towards the end, so I didn't film all my workouts, but yeah, feeling good with bench press. I always feel like any more than 60 kilos for me, without someone spotting, after all the chest problems I had before where I damaged my cartilage falling off a roof on a ladder when I used to work, I'm just eerie to go heavier. So I'm just trying to focus on more reps, obviously actual muscle memory connection and stuff like that. But yeah, got some sourdough, gonna go home, have a shower. Washing your ass is just as important as coming to the gym. Have a shower, and then I'm gonna make some egg on toast and then get cracking with the rest of my day. Obviously, being bank holiday, the markets might be quiet. Emphasis on might, you know, don't come into it with an expectation, even on a day where it's meant to be busy, if you like. Don't come into it expecting that. Obviously, new quarter, NFP week. So we'll see what we get, and whatever we get, you know, we'll go with from there. Obviously looking at, you know, EU mainly, but I also do trade gold and GJ at times more. I won't trade all three at once. I'll just pick the better one on the day. But often it is EU. You know, if you ask me why, I've been trading EU for a long time now. It's very liquid during the sessions that I trade. I can get the kind of stop sizes I like on it, etc, etc. I like gold as well because it moves. Obviously at the minute, with it just breaking all-time highs, it's a little bit tricky to trade. Obviously the kids are off school as well, so I want to make sure I spend some time with them. Obviously get some stuff done throughout the week and the next week with them. Obviously within reason, because I've still got stuff to do. You know, it's finding that balance. And yeah, here's to a big Q2. Looking forward to it. Good morning everyone, how are we doing? It's Tuesday, just on the charts. I didn't do much vlogging yesterday, to be honest. Not a lot happened. Obviously it was a bank holiday. I did take a trade, but I was in it for such a short space of time. I took a break even that I didn't really see the point in filming it at the time, and I just sort of chilled with the kids and Steph. She was back at work today, so we took out this low yesterday, the external essentially of this last sort of bullish push. I'd seen this kind of correction, this build of liquidity. I had some levels above that I was looking at potential shorts from. So I was happy to get in long. So I got in long down here on the lower time frames. I got in up on the 5, and the reaction was just piss poor, to be honest. So I just went BE. There was a fractal here this morning, but then because of the way the candle's printed, it didn't actually sweep and close below. But obviously it disappeared. We've then had a clean 15-minute shift. Out of this level, we've obviously had this build up of liquidity. And often, like, a lot of the stuff I do is like catching the daily candle, right? So for me here, daily candles opened somewhat bullish quickly, gone straight bearish, stacked and built liquidity for Asia, ran it, re-ran it, but just didn't take out a fractal, which is again why I'm skeptical sometimes of fractals. Relying on indicators can lag. And then obviously we've created this shift here, we've come back into the top of this POI, hit a 5-minute level inside of it, and then in here, and then looking like, see if we can continue long. Obviously we've built up more liquidity here. I do think this will just get ran. I didn't enter it. Like I said, I am playing around with, I don't want to say two systems, but one's obviously very mechanical and rigid and obviously can't get in anywhere. The other one allows for discretion. For now, I'm just going to forward test it and stuff and get back into the realms of doing that because I've not done it for a while. One thing I want to ask you all, just a question to yourselves. When you hit the buy or sell button in a trade, what do you expect to happen? What is your outcome? What are your feelings? How do you feel? And what goes through your head when you hit it? Because something I was thinking about yesterday, and obviously I've gone through a lot of this stuff in Rewired before, but let me jump on the chart, it'd be even easier. I want to explain it on the chart. So let's just say, right, you've hit sell here. Okay, we're going to make up our own scenario here. That's a buy, good one. Say you've hit sell here, right, and let's just create some structure so we can see what's going on. So right, let's say this is our market structure. We've come up here, we've had some kind of shift, cool. Now let's say that low is your target, right? That's like the 15-minute low, the continuation low, whatever you want to call it, right? So let's say we start doing this, we get to here. Now your TP is set on the break of the low, but then it goes and does this, right? And your TP was set here. You had a nice pretty line that's like that. You're like, yeah, TP, cool, right? Everyone's happy. At this point, you've clicked sell. Let's say here or however you trade, right? It's irrelevant. Let's just say what expectation have you put on this? Have you said, right, this should get here. Let's say this is 3R. Let's go, oh, I need, I'm on 100K challenge, let's say. That's 3%. So plus 3%. Then you could be like, oh, I risk 1.5. All right, so that's 4.5%. Or you could be like, I risk 2%. So now you're like, okay, I've got 6%. So what you've done when you've hit the sell button here is you've essentially attached yourself to one of these outcomes, and you likely haven't accepted this outcome, that it could be a BE or it could be an L, depending on your management. And I think what's really important to highlight here, because I do this still to this day, there's times where when I'm close to passing or when I'm going for that payout and I'm like, I want that little bit more of my payouts in a few days, those trades I hit, I look at where they could run and I'm like, yeah, that'd be nice, that 3%, that 4.5, that'd be sick. Because then what you do is you go, that 3% might allow me to, I don't know, book a holiday with the family, or it might allow me to buy that new thing I want, or it might allow me to clear some debts or leave my job or whatever. So now this stop loss, right, or this BE, so SL or this BE has all of that bearing plus all the thoughts we just spoke about on this. So then when you're wrong, quote unquote, the market just didn't want to break the low, it got close, and you could argue you wasn't wrong because you clearly got a nice reaction. Let's say that's running about 2.8R. That's still very good based on these extra numbers at 1.5 or 2% risk. This could be huge, right? But you and your inability to take that due to a mechanical or a whatever says, no, but 3R, the low's the one. Now, this scenario happens a lot, especially with EU. It happens a hell of a lot. Sometimes it might not take you out for B or a loss. It might just come back and then go, and it can take you on that roller coaster. But what I'm trying to get at is, imagine if you got in that trade with no expectation and you just said, I could lose here. Am I alright with that? I could win, but I could lose, and I have to be neutral. And if you can really get yourself into that mindset, I know it might sound a bit fluffy and woo-wooey, and I know a lot of people nowadays are not that bothered about all that because they just want to make payouts. Those trades that we just showed, they're the exact ones that when they take you out or they're BEU, you get in again and again and again, and you can go on tilt so easy. So again, I ask you, when you click buy or sell, what are you expecting and what are you thinking? Because if you can figure that out and you can kind of put a thing in place to prevent that thought process, then you'll be miles ahead. Because the way you've got to look at it at the end of the day is essentially you are either, when you're getting a trade, you're either focused on the money or you're focused on the outcome. You want to be right or you want to make money. Yes, little flower?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Alright, I'll get you something in a second, alright?
Okay.
So you've got to focus on, are you looking to be right? Because it comes from a competitive background. I myself have that. Sports, even when I play Call of Duty with friends, I'm competitive. It's just how I am. Games, Uno with the kids, whatever it might be, I'm competitive. If you're the same and you're bringing that into trading, it's not a bad thing. You have competition. However, you can't, there's not much you can do to make that trade work any different. You have to just accept that it just wasn't right today. Maybe you wasn't on your game. You come back, you go again, you journal, you move. That is the game of trading. And I think any business career comes with these uncertainties. It's just obviously trading people, I guess, are looking for that. One day I'll find this edge or this tweak and I'll never have to worry about that stuff again. But I'm being real with you, it don't exist. Like, it's just not out there. You're always having to adapt, evolve, learn, grow. That's just the game that we're in. And you have to make sure you're ready for that, because you might have success. I've had success with it. I've had multiple periods of it. Granted, when I had more discretion, it was something I was good at. But all of a sudden, just like that, everything can change. The edge doesn't work as well, or life gets in the way of things happen, and it can really taint the way that you trade. So you have to look at it from a different lens and ask yourself, have you prepared for all of that, or have you just come into this world because you think it's a way to make quick money? Because whilst it can happen, there's people out there that make 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100k a month. It's Wednesday, I'm in the car, I'm on my way to do a tip run, or a dump run, or whatever you lot call it. Just getting rid of some stuff like from the shed and the garden and that, getting ready for summer. Obviously it's not far away now, summer. Looking forward to it, buzzing for it, even though the weather right now isn't looking the best. RSQ8, I like them. You know what, mad, RSQ8's pretty much an Urus. I would happily have one of them. I've been looking at them, they're smart, but I don't know. Anyway, tangent, my bad, distracted. Yeah, getting ready for obviously summer. Got some new garden furniture and stuff coming. Just got rid of loads of stuff. I want to get a new barbecue and stuff. I'm debating between charcoal and grill. I think I prefer charcoal because you get them flavours. So gonna go and look at that sort of stuff. Get my pizza oven cranks up again and start whipping up some bad boy pizza. I'm currently in EU long. Well, I say in, I'm not sure if I am. This was recorded earlier, but basically looking to target like higher prices basically and bullish on the day. So we obviously have Asia highs intact as well. Quite a lot going for this long. The time of recording, I think I was only running like 1%. However, we had Euro news, which came out at 10. It's now 10 past 10. Obviously I'm driving, so I'm not looking at my phone and stuff. I just put my stops to BE and was happy with it. Like, at the end of the day, I was in profit. I didn't fear it to be a big event, so I was more than happy to just take the risk on it. You know, go BE. If it did come down aggressive, it takes me out for BE, maybe a little bit of comms and a slip, but nothing crazy. Reward was worth the risk, so we'll go from there. It's very easy to be like, oh, I'm going to win today, sweet, you know, counting what I've got, happy days. You spend that before you've got it, or you already assume you're up 4%, 5%, 6% on a challenge, or on your live account, or whatever it is, and then you get BE'd, and you're not ready for that because that wasn't an expectation you'd set, because your expectation was you'd won. You haven't won till it's closed, until it's locked in, until you've made the decision to shut the trade. I could have shut it in a little bit of profit before, but that wasn't the plan. That wasn't what I wanted to do. So for me, the trade was more than valid to hold. If it's BE'd me, then is what it is. We go again, innit? A tip run done. EU also done me. BE. Lost about 60 quid, so it's nothing really in the grand scheme of things. It's the cost of taking a trade. Might be a little bit more with obviously spread and whatnot, but Alpha are pretty mint raw spread, so to be honest, it's all good there. People ask me about their account, which one would I recommend. Personally, I prefer raw. No commission one, whilst it's good, I find the spread not to be the best. We'll see if EU, you know, even if it bounces off of my BE and then goes and works again, that's something you just can't get the hump about. And you know, this is why I say trading so much more than an edge. Of course you need an edge, I've always said that, But if you don't know how to deal with the scenarios of, you know, taking a B after being in profit, or taking a loss, or going on a loss streak, or price just missing your TP, and the fact that there's always going to be uncertainty and all this different stuff, if you're not able to cope with all of that stuff, and you're not able to cope with the signs of, you know, going on tilt as a trader, you're not able to accept loss, you're not able to accept being wrong, you're not able to accept all these things, doesn't matter how good your edge is, like, that ain't going to help you when you're feeling a certain way and you're feeling emotional and you're feeling like you want to do something nuts. So you have to understand, like, there's a lot more to this as a whole package. And, you know, if you're not willing to do that, it's all well and good going online now. It's all well and good going and looking for a new way to trade. You've got the ump, it ain't working out for you. I know I need to find a new edge. But honestly, like, there's no new edge, because every edge loses. You even see these people here online. Yep, so this is what the banks are doing. They're taking everybody out, inducing everybody here, inducing everybody there. But then when you say to them, oh, so you actually know where all the banks get in, where all the inducements happen? And they're like, yeah. What's your win rate? 50%. What? Like, it doesn't even make sense. What's going on, people? How we doing? It's Thursday. Just getting my steps in. Grab a drink, grab some fresh watermelon. I'm telling you now, yeah, watermelon is the most underrated fruit in the world. It's refreshing, it slaps, you could eat so much of it. What's your favourite fruit? Let me know. Put it done on the charts this morning. I was long again, you know, following my daily bias, still long. Looking to take out certain levels on the daily, so we'll see what happens. I don't think I'll get any trades today. Yesterday, obviously, bang on. Day before, bang on. Just unfortunate. Day before, I couldn't get in. And then yesterday, I took a BA, which is unfortunate, but it's part of it. It is what it is. It's nice seeing everything play out. Nice seeing the logic play out from the start of the week. So when I get back, the girls are out today with Steph. So I'm just going to catch up on a couple of bits and bobs. I've got a couple of things I want to go over, and then yeah, that'll be it really. A bit of a chill one today, to be honest. Not too much being done. Obviously getting my steps in, you know, 10,000 steps a day without fail. Get it in. But especially if you're working at a desk or you're sitting at home at your desk, it's so important that you get out, you get moving. You know, our bodies are not designed to sit down for long periods of time. Standing desks are obviously great, but even still you end up slouching and whatnot. Get out, get some fresh air, get a drink, get a coffee, whatever it is, you know, and just enjoy a bit of nature, whether it's wet, whether it's warm, whatever. Summer's coming, so that'll be a lot easier, but you have to make sure you put habits in place that you can do all year round. That's why you just buy a coat, some warm clothes, you get it done. Always feel so much better doing the steps, and it's probably been one of the best things that I've implemented the last couple of years, is just doing 10,000 steps a day. Obviously, if you're finding it hard to get 10 in, do 8, you know. Start small, grow it up, scale it up. Consistency, that's what it's all about. Obviously, we've got NFP tomorrow, so likely markets will just be shaping up for that. We've had some massive moves this week, and it's important to note, like, if you've missed massive moves, or you've, you know, been unfortunate, you got taken out of them, or whatever, even if you're on the wrong side of the market, don't then go and FOMO in and do something ridiculous. It's not worth it. You know, I understand people want to pass challenges quick now. I get it. There's no upside to having a challenge running for months. But you've got to look at the downside to trying to pass quick. If you're going in with too big a risk, if you're trading anything and everything and anything, you know, how many accounts will you blow? So maybe try and refine and optimize a way to pass them faster, but within line with everything that you know or you're doing or whatever it is. You know, I completely feel the frustration of just messing around with challenges, because it's just a fake account essentially that does nothing. You're waiting for a number to be hit. But if you want to play the game, play by the rules. Simple as that. Don't do anything that's going to go get you banned or whatever. All these opportunities we've got in this world today, like you're born in this age, it's pretty mental, to be honest. And whilst things test you, whilst things are not easy, just keep going. You know, if you're having a tough time, it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to, you know, feel like, oh, this isn't working, but you never know how close you truly are, and you also never know that you could just need to do something slightly different that could change everything, you know. And that's why over these last few months you've seen me changing a few things, playing around with a few things. You know, now I'm really getting locked back in on trading because I've been distracted, you know. I've been honest about that. I've been distracted, I've had other things going on. I've not prioritised what I meant to prioritise, and, you know, now I'm like, all right, it's time to sort it out. I'm looking forward to that. But like I say, doing the same thing on repeat and expecting a different outcome is pretty nuts. What's going on, people? How we doing? It's Friday. Just getting ready to go out with the girls. Gonna go and get lunch and just go for a nice walk, even though it's peeing down, but I want to get the girls out. Trying to get out, get some lunch, get some food. Mia requested to go to her favourite place, so I was like, yeah, let's do it. NFP today, obviously, so I'm not looking to hang around the charts and try and trade. There's obviously a lot of manipulation, a lot of stuff goes on. I'm not saying before someone says, don't tell me how to trade. I'm not saying you shouldn't trade NFP. If that's how your edge is built, if that's how you trade or you trade news, amazing. I'm happy for you, buzzing. I personally don't, therefore I'm not going to trade it. I'm not projecting what you should and shouldn't do, but I also know a lot of people try to trade it because they hope and anticipate it might pass them or get them out of a bad situation. And whilst you might get it right, just remember everything you do will create a habit. And just because you get it right once means you think you're going to get it right all the time, and that couldn't be any further from the truth. So you have to bear that in mind. But obviously, you know, you do your thing. But just remember, like NFP days, sometimes you can see them as days where you can just go, enjoy yourself. I've got the dog jumping on me. Mia's jumping on me. What are you doing, man? Why do you all come and attack me? NFP days can be days where you can just go out and do your own thing. You know, if you do work for yourself or you trade for yourself or whatever it is, if you're just a trader, you know, NFP day is the one where you could just take it off. Same as CPI day and different days. You don't have to trade the major news days. You can just go, you know what, I'm going to see manipulation. I'll come back next week. For me personally, there's been 2 really great trades this week. Unfortunately, not took anything from them. Took 2 BEs. You know, it is what it is. It's part of the game. We move, we go again. That's what it's all about. That's what this game is all about. It's just moving and going again. And, you know, take a little bit of time to do your own thing. You can enjoy life. We're always led to believe from social media that you have to live this rigid, strict, discipline, can't do anything, military routine. But I disagree with some of that. You know, I believe that you need to have balance. I've said it for a long time. I think you need to find a way to obviously be disciplined, obviously to have great habits, and obviously to do the things that sometimes you don't want to do. I think every day you should do something you don't want to do. But I also think you should enjoy yourself and enjoy life. And obviously my position might be different to others. But, you know, I'm a father as well. I'm a partner. I can't just, you know, be military. You lot all need to be military too. Because what's the point in that? It's good to go out. It's good to enjoy yourself. It's good to have fun, make memories. They last a lifetime. And you never know what's around the corner. So don't take things for granted because you never know how great things are. Should I turn the camera around and show everyone you dancing? But other than that, I'm going to go.